Hey, folks, welcome to another CineMayo live stream chat. Here we are, movie chat. And wait, ready for another show here. Right, Beatletti? Isn't that right? Romoga, isn't that right? Isn't that right? And we're talking here with Tom Agnotti, who's waving over there, and Tim Allen below, who's no relation to the Tim Allen star. And I really don't have much to talk about today, so I hope you guys do. We do this show kind of every Monday about this time. And Harold, hello. So, what we got new in the movie world? What can we talk about for us to break the ice a little bit here? Is there any news items or anything? Wait a minute, did we lose anybody? Oh, I know somebody I wanted to say. I feel bad that I forgot to mention Malcolm Jamal Warner.
Yeah.
Who had passed away a while ago. Yeah, I forgot to mention him. You know, I used to watch the Cosby Show in the 80s when it was on, and I remember he was pretty funny.
Usually, the funniest bits with the kids were usually involving him, I thought.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
Yeah.
And I remember one where he had a friend, his son had a friend named Cockroach. So I remember one time, I don't know, he was telling something, giving advice to his dad, Bill Cosby, and Bill Cosby goes, "You mean to tell me that your friend Cockroach, said this or that? You think that's a good idea?" Cockroach said it. The way he put the emphasis like that on it was cracked me up. It's one thing that sticks in my head. And Lisa Bonet, of course, too, if I remember correctly from when I was younger.
Angel Heart, baby.
Hello, Eric. Good to see you. Tim, it's always hard for me to find your videos because of your famous name.
Well, I haven't made a new video in a while, but just type in vinyl or records or something after my name and you'll find me easy enough.
Yeah, that's why you can't find him, because he hasn't done one in a while. That's why. Have you heard about this new movie called Weapons?
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah, it's a new movie by the guy. First movie he directed was called Barbarian, which is kind of like a horror-ish type film. This is, I think, his second film. Comes out this week or next week.
Yeah. Okay then. That means is this Sunday the 3rd coming up? I think it is. Yeah. Wow, this is coming up fast. This Sunday, I'm going to be doing on this channel a live stream about Jaws, the 50th anniversary, just celebrating it, talking about it. I'm going to be doing it with Aaron Badgley and possibly one other person who hasn't committed yet. And I don't know if he's going to be able to make it or not. He doesn't know either. We got to find out. And if either of you guys want to subject yourselves to it, you're invited. If you had enough Jaws talk or not, I don't know. But it's something to think about. Just let me know.
Yeah, thank you. I will be seeing the theaters. Was the 28th? August 28th, I believe it is Thursday.
Yeah. I really want to see it. The thing is, they have a 3D. It played one other time in 3D. I didn't see it. I missed it. And I always wonder how they do this thing where if a film was not shot for 3D, how they managed to make it work in 3D. Have you ever seen a movie like that in 3D that wasn't shot in 3D?
No.
Well, I don't want to see it just in 3D only as my main view. I want to see that as an extra thing, and then I'll see it. Just saw a trailer for a new documentary about John Cleese going on a tour of what looks like a one-man show, and it looks like fun. Well, John Cleese is The Billy Joel documentary was good. I've had enough of Billy Joel right now, to tell you the truth. But I knew. I made a video on my other channel, and I knew you were going to get people who don't watch the video. It happens all the time. Points that they're pointing out to me and everything, I made sure to point out in the video. I'm aware of it, but they don't. They just go by the title, and that's it. Everybody's entitled to their opinion about an album. Just don't make up facts that aren't right, which is why I don't know if their opinion of facts, but that's a whole other subject. We should be talking about movies and TV shows. Woohoo! I just watched the Brady Bunch.
Yeah.
before I got on here. I just watched it. Season 4, doing pretty good there. They went to Hawaii already.
Oh, it's the Jump the Shark episode.
Yeah, well, that's not really too good, that one. But I know I'm liking another episode. I like it. I watched one with Hope Juber. Lawrence Juber's
Oh
wife.
yeah, right. Was the Hawaii one? That's the one with the bar of soap necklace, right?
Horace Hope necklace. Yeah, it's a taboo necklace. With Vincent Price, my least favorite of the great horror stars. I don't care. He's just a silly man, silly older man to me. It doesn't not scary or anything. I don't know what it is, but I just never think much of Vincent Price. That said, I do like his movies anyway, though. Isn't that nice? How you doing? Oh, I'm doing all right. How you guys doing?
I guess we're doing all right.
A little tired, but hi, Laura. How are you doing? What's going on?
Hi, Laura.
All right. So now,
can I ask you guys a question?
Yeah.
Have either of you two guys seen the trailer for This Is Final Tap 2?
Yes.
What did you think?
Pink torpedo, baby.
There was I think it's pretty good trailer.
I want to see it, and I can't believe I want to see it, but I do.
Oh, that's great.
But they look. I mean, they. I can't believe how much they've aged in like the 10 years since I've seen them. They've aged a lot.
Yeah.
Well, when was the first one made?
84 or 85.
Yeah, it came out in 84. But it's funny because Rob Reiner kind of looks the same.
Meathead definitely looks the same.
Yeah, but he's still a meathead apparently. But I don't know. Anyway, I got to meet the meathead.
And of course Paul's in it, and Elton John's in it. And
I saw those clips. I thought it was. I mean, here's the thing. I liked it, the first one. Mm-hmm. I'm not a huge fanatic over it, so I don't care much. But I might see it, and I don't know. I thought. Are all the guys in there? Are all the guys in it that were in the original?
Well, yeah. There's only 3 people. They had a keyboard player who changes, so it won't be the same keyboard player. The drummer died. He choked on his own tears. Is that right? No, he sneezed himself to death, didn't he?
There was some funny lines in there, but I can't read in the trailers. But I can't remember, and I only saw it once. But there were a couple of funny lines.
Well, they got the drummer. They're talking to the drummer from the Roots. That's the one. Who's the drummer on the Tonight Show, and he's like, "No, I don't want to die." That's pretty funny.
I just don't want Paul to try too hard to be funny.
Oh yeah, it's not easy.
Yeah. Well, my favorite little bit in the trailer is they're talking about, well, we haven't been together, but none of us has left music, and they're showing what a couple of them have done. And there's Nigel in an Irish band, and one guy's playing the tin whistle and everything, and they're playing his Irish music, and then
I never saw Tim laugh at it. Tim, you need to get to the movie theater for that.
Well, it won't play near me, so.
Wow, where do you live anyway? Nothing's ever there.
No, there's one movie theater that has 4 screens, and I guarantee it will not be on one of the 4 screens.
Oh.
Can you drive maybe a little further to another place? Or?
There's no movie theaters left in the next city over that way. If I drive the other way, there might be one in a mall left. But basically, no. Basically, they all closed during COVID, and they didn't open. And mine wasn't supposed to. Mine was supposed to be done. I wasn't supposed to have any. So I guess I'm lucky I do. But
well, alrighty. And yes, Dave, thank you. But we know this. Yes, I know. We all know this. I think it was the Bill Maher show. Yeah, I know. It just happened to remind me of the Billy Joel comment. We mentioned Billy Joel, so there you go. Becoming Led Zeppelin. Yeah, we've talked about this a while.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't see it in a way, but I mean, I want to see because I like Led Zeppelin enough. But then again, what do I care if it only goes up to 69? I mean, no, I'm saying I'm like only up to 69. What the hell is that? The end of 69?
Well,
I'm like, no, well, actually, I guess I could enjoy
well,
it.
that's
I
why
want to
they
see
call it. That's why they call
Yeah.
it Becoming Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, it is called Becoming Led Zeppelin.
All right, give me a break. You got an hour, 2 hours to talk about titles that have nothing to do with the movie.
Yeah, they did the birth of the Beatles. Should that have gone up to 70? No, it should go up to the birth of the Beatles and then stop. It's the same thing.
That sucks. All right, wise guy. Anyway, Matchstick Man, what's going on? Have you seen Faulty Towers? I never have.
Brilliant.
Never have.
Brilliant stuff.
Oh,
Brilliant
yeah, it's brilliant. I don't have Laserdisc.
Yeah.
Douglas.
Oh man. Hello, Douglas. What's going on? Tons of theaters here. Mostly they play superhero, sequel, and Disney type movies. Once in a while they play something good.
Mine don't. But,
People want to know where you live, don't they? You want a social security number too?
I just say upstate New York. That's all that
Upstate
matters.
New York. Sure. I used to think I would visit him one day and surprise him, but you never know. All right, so let's get our details started here. First of all, I'm going to show what I got because only one thing. I got a mysterious package in the mail, and it said to Mr. CineMayo. I'm like, who the hell sent me this, and why? How did he get my address? Because Mr. CineMayo, this is a fan, or who is this? It's a joke. So I open it up, and I've seen it's a Blu-ray as I'm opening it, and I'm thinking, oh, did I order this? And I'm all confused. And I see the title. I'm like, no, I definitely didn't order this one. Then I see a little note, luckily, close from my nephew. So he sent me another nephew. Boy, man. And he sent me another movie because he had already sent me Hereditary. This is not the one. He sent me Hereditary recently and Get Out because he wants me to watch these. I will. I promise. I will. Like I said in the text, just be patient with me, And then he sent me this one, The Prestige.
Yep. Very good.
And he says he really likes this one. And he said, I want to introduce you to, since you wouldn't see Oppenheimer, which he said I loved and saw 3 times in the movie theater, I want to introduce you to Nolan's work. And I texted to him. I said, well, I already know some Nolan stuff. I love Insomnia. I don't like Batman Begins, but yeah, I'm interested in this.
That's 7 hours in the movie theater, right there.
Yeah, that's right.
3 times Oppenheimer 3 times. That's great.
Tom, what did you pick up this last week or whenever, however long it's been since you had it?
Yeah, well, I was hoping to show these last Monday, but I didn't get this stuff until the day after, Tuesday. So I get to show them today. I love Orson Welles. I love just about everything he does. And I love it when he does Shakespeare. And Joe's favorite genre put out his version of Macbeth. We got the 1948 and the 1950 version. The 48 version is the full cut of 119 minutes, and the 50 version, 1950, is 85 minutes after the studio got a hold of it. A lot of great special features on here, commentaries. It's 2 discs, special features on one, and then with the shorter version, and then the first disc has the longer version of the film. I just love the way he films black and white, and I've always said this since I first started collecting DVDs, is that this digital format, it improves black and white films so much more than what we used to get on VHS. I really like this. I am a Shakespeare fan. I'm not a hardcore Shakespeare person, but I do like some stuff. Roman Polanski did a really good version of Macbeth in the 70s too. So there's one movie we're talking about. last week we're a little bit, and this is I think this is the last pre-code film, Tim, and that's Cleopatra, in 1934. And watch this and really enjoy. I think I might like this better than the Elizabeth Taylor version.
I'm afraid to see the Elizabeth Taylor one. I've heard so many rough things about it.
Yeah. I mean, the end is a little bit rough, especially the battle scenes at the end, because they were pretty much out of money, and they had to, it just the battle scenes weren't really good. This one actually has a pretty creative battle scene at the end where it's a lot of quick edits. It makes it look more bloody than what it actually was for that time. So I really like it for that. But Claire, she's dressed pretty. What's the word I'm looking for? Scantily. Yeah, that's it. Yes, yeah. She's got definitely got the pasties. And then kind of like a thing just coming around, like chains coming around the breast area. So they're definitely got away with a little bit more than what the following year when they started getting the code in, once they had to start following rules and stuff like that. So, but really cool special features on here. There's a great little 10-minute thing on Club Debt. There's a forbidden film, the production code era. There's a good commentary on here, so I really enjoyed this one. This was Universal released this, so check that out. For Joe's been waiting for me to buy this one for a long time. He's been suggesting this one for a long time, and that's.
I was hoping you watched it, or maybe you did.
Yeah, I did. I did watch it. I watched it 2 nights ago.
We'll talk about that in the next round.
Yeah, and the one thing that you mentioned, I remember you said keep an open mind. I remember they showed parts of this in the Christopher Reeve documentary that came out.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, so they talked about the so I knew going in what was
that kind of gets in the way of it.
Yeah, but it's still
that really ruins it.
It didn't ruin the movie. It didn't ruin the movie. Yeah. Okay, but yeah, we can talk about this in a little bit. And then the second version, I remember I got this from the UK. I'm forgetting what label. Indicator. Yeah, and then Criterion released Carnal Knowledge as well. So I got 2 versions of this. So those are the pickups that I got last week that I'm showing this week because they came after.
All right. So that's
there
it.
You go. Yeah, that's over. Yeah.
Let me get a few comments here. Did you ever see the horror movie The Car? Yeah, I did. In fact, I saw it in the movie theater. I believe it might have been, I'm thinking, on a double feature with The Exorcist. When the first time I saw The Exorcist, it was reissued in like 77 or 78 or something like that. That's the first time I saw it, and in the theater too, because I was too young to see it when it first came out. But when it was reissued, I saw it. And The Car was it. It's James Brolin. It's ridiculous, but possessed car that goes nuts. It's a typical garbage, but fun garbage. Seen the Amazon Prime version of King Lear.
Nice.
Better you guys than me. All that stuff.
Very cool.
King Lear. Oh my.
Yeah, very good.
I met John Cleese once. He didn't want to meet me, but we still had a good chat before he caught a train. It's too bad, It's tough. You don't get to choose these things, stars. Have you seen one of these movies? Boneyard, Unlock, The Menu. I haven't seen any of those things.
Yeah, The Menu came out a few years back. I saw that with Ray Fiennes, and I really enjoy that one.
Did we talk about this?
No, but I have picked up Criterion released The Chimes of Midnight, and I like that one as well.
I saw Get Out. That was a good suspenseful movie. There you go. I hope so. Hello, Retrovision. Thanks for joining us. There were only 12 episodes of Faulty Towers. Wow.
Yes.
The first thing that's so popular. I guess it's like the honeymoon.
A lot of English TV shows are 6,
Yeah.
7, 8, 12 episodes. They're not long seasons.
Yeah. I think it went 2 seasons, just 6 episodes a season, and that's
Something
it.
like that.
They call them series.
Yeah. But then you got to show, series like Doctor Who, which went like, 20, 24 episodes a season.
Well, Tim, I'm pretty happy that you have something to show us that you picked up. More than one thing, maybe.
Yeah, I walked into my thrift store and they actually had some stuff. I'm only going to show half now because I watched some of them, and I'll show those later when.
Okay.
So, but I walked in, sealed. Everything was $1.
Jeez, I'm so jealous of you with these Hogan's Heroes for the whole series.
Hogan's Heroes season 3. No, season 3.
Wow.
But
not that
Hogan's
I care about
Heroes season 4.
Oh wow. $1 for a whole season.
Sealed. Hogan's Heroes season 5.
Wow.
Hogan's Heroes season 6. They had 1 and 2 sealed too, but I already have them. So I left those.
That's nice.
That wants them. So I got the entire series of Hogan's Heroes for $4.
That's very good. Very good deal.
And one more, and then I'll talk about the other stuff. Season 2, because I already had season 1. They had that too of Frasier sealed again, still sealed.
Yeah.
Frasier for $1.
Wow.
Yeah.
How do you get these deals? People ask you all the time. You say, "Oh, well, it's not that good."
They should be more than that. There's 2 or 3 people at the thrift store that like to charge less, that don't think
At
the
least
stuff is worth anything, so they charge less. But even so, it doesn't change much anymore. It used to. I used to be a great place to go because every month they would clear the old stuff out and bring new stuff in. I don't do that anymore. So it's the same stuff week after week after week. Well, they do still trickle in new stuff, but not like they used to because they're not changing it out.
Yeah, well, that's impressive, man.
So yeah, so that's those are those pickups, and I'll show the rest when I talk about what I've seen.
I'm wondering if we should start with you first. Then why don't we start with you first today?
Okay.
What you've seen?
All right. Well, first movie I watched, and this was not what I expected. But it was great. I loved it. The Thomas Crown Affair.
Yeah, I like that one.
I didn't expect it to be like a heist movie, but it is. But
you never seen that before, Tim?
No, I'd never seen it, believe it or not. And this, believe it or not, maybe the first Faye Dunaway movie I've ever seen. I've never seen anything with her in it for some reason.
You've never seen any other Faye Dunaway movies, Tim?
I don't think so.
You never saw Network?
Nope.
You ever saw Bonnie and Clyde?
No, I have seen. Okay, I've seen Bonnie and Clyde. Yes.
Oh,
Okay,
so you can forget her in that.
All right. But anyway,
Bonnie
so yeah, I really liked it. I liked some of the periphery characters. Some of them were really, especially the guy at the beginning. I don't know his name, but the chubby guy that they wind up catching. I mean, he's pretty cool. Great heist movie. A little bit of a twist ending. Pretty. I wasn't fooled, but I think a lot of people would be.
Don't bother with the '90s remake with Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah, I
was going to say that to show I knew something.
Yeah. And I saw this, and I thought of Joe. So.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
I watched.
I like that.
Murder Mystery. I'd never seen this before.
And I liked it.
And I liked it. I thought it was a good movie, but this period of Woody Allen, I don't love, mainly because he sets everything in New York, and there are all these New York people that just talk and talk and talk, and they remind me of the people that I used to have to go and visit with my wife. All of her friends were like this, and it drove me nuts. And Tim, all these people are like that.
I love the beginning with if this guy shows me a stamp collection one more time. I think this is what the guy has a stamp collection. Yeah. Alan Alda's in there.
And normally I like Diane Keaton, but I thought even though she's right and blah blah blah, she's just a little bit annoying.
I'm pretty sure.
Tired of her.
I am pretty sure that Mia Farrow was going to be in that originally, and then they had the problems. Woody and Mia had problems, so Diane Keaton stepped in.
Yeah. And Angelica Houston was good, and
she's good.
I like what they're saying about her. I mean, they come right out and say that she's not that attractive, but she's really sexy, and I'm like that. Well, that nails Angelica Houston, and they actually say it in the movie. I'm like,
I don't know. Look, Google her when she was a model in the early '70s. Before she became. A movie star. I thought she was very striking.
She's striking, but she's got a big nose, which you don't normally.
And she hasn't aged gracefully either. I don't think.
Yeah, but anyway, good movie. Enjoyed it. Then I watched, and I'll be getting to one that we've already been talking about, the guy that made it, and I watched this. And I watched it for a reason. I picked it up, but I watched it.
I know the reasons.
No. But Sophia Loren is I think the best thing in this. I mean, Pete O'Toole's good too, and so's I forget his name, but the guy that plays I forgot his sidekick. Is really good too. All three of them are just excellent in this. And despite it being a musical, I really enjoyed it. I could have done without the musical bits, but it was way better than I thought it'd be. I'd never seen it, and I'm glad I've seen Man of La Mancha. It's
who directed really that?
Good. I forgot. Let me see if I can. I won't be able to see. It's too dark.
Of course, it'll get tougher as you go along.
I watch too many movies a week to remember. You guys probably won't be able to see it.
Tom had to ask. I don't see the name. It's not that important to me.
I don't remember if it's
that Lawrence Rosenthal.
Yeah, I don't think it's anybody.
Okay.
Really great. But anyway, the reason I bought it and I watched it was because I found this that I watched first.
Oh my God!
Yeah. There you go.
Orson Welles' version of Don Quixote. And I watched this first, and I'm like, okay, then I'll watch Man of La Mancha. Now this, you can tell this was just fragments of film that they pieced together, which it's okay for what it is. But I mean, even the characters' voices change. Wells is doing it sometimes, and there's two other actors doing the main two characters. There's three different people at times doing the other characters' dubbed voices. It's pretty rough. And I to be honest, this guy looks more like I pictured Don Quixote look, but I prefer O'Toole's performance, and the sidekick. While he's good, I like the sidekick in The Man of La Mancha better too. Interesting film, and I'm glad I've seen it, and it's worth seeing. It's a missing Wells film. They're all worth seeing.
Yeah,
but it's not shot well. It's very choppy. The voices aren't great, and he's in it too, by the way. And this is a weird take on it because while the Man of La Mancha was set when it was set, the 1800s or 1700s, whenever it was, this is modern times, and this guy decides to be a knight now. So off he goes. Well, in 1960, whenever it was made, and Orson Welles is a guy making a film. He's actually basically playing himself, and he runs into Don Quixote, and he casts him. It's very odd. It's very, very odd. But yeah, so I watched Don Quixote. I know I'm boring you guys. I watched one of the best boxing. I watched one of the best boxing movies ever made today.
Is there such a thing?
Is there such a thing?
No, it wasn't Raging Bull. It wasn't Rocky. I'm being a little facetious.
Don't tell me it's $1 Million Baby.
No, it was Galahad.
Come on.
But you know what? I think this is one of Elvis's best movies, and I'm not kidding.
Hey, it's got that song "King of the Whole Wide World" in there that I like.
Yeah. But I mean, Charles Bronson is in it. He's great. Elvis is pretty good. Gig Young is in it. It's a pretty good movie. It's a more real movie than most of Elvis.
I feel like there was somebody else in there that had a big role in there too.
Well, the one guy that was on like Young and the Restless for 100 years was in it. I don't know his name. And Ed Asner has a bit part in it later on.
That's the one I might be thinking of.
So yeah, no, this was I enjoyed this. As far as an Elvis movie goes, this is definitely one of the better ones, I think.
You've only got about 30 more to go.
No, I have 3 more, but they're not going to take me very long, and you'll find out why in a second.
I meant 30 more Elvis movies. What are we?
No, I've got 3 more movies that I watched. I watched a lot of movies this week. I watched 3 Santo movies.
I have a lot of those.
Now, the thing about these are the actual Mexican movies.
Mexican ones, yes.
So there's no subtitles. There's no dub track. So I watched them all in Spanish. So I really don't know what's going on.
Well, if I remember, there's a lot of long wrestling matches in them.
Well, this one there is. This one there is, but this one he's got 2 buddies. This one's almost and there's a woman.
The Blue Demon. Yeah.
So this one, it's almost like Santos formed the Justice League or something. You know, it's really, really weird. And watching him run around in his suit and tie and everything with his mask on.
He still wears the mask even when he's not wrestling. He wears the suit.
No, he's always got the mask on 100%.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, man, I have a whole box set of his stuff, and there's a lot of monster ones in there too. I don't just watch the monster.
And then I watched this double feature. One of these is from like the 50s or early 60s. There's no wrestling in it. He's only ever in his wrestling clothes, and it's boring as hell. I don't know what the plot was. Nothing happens. He doesn't have any help. It was just silly. And then the third one was, again, a more modern one where he's got his buddies in it. Maybe this is the one with the woman. I get them confused because I don't really know what they're about. They're just bad guys. I don't know what the bad guys are doing. I think they're trafficking drugs in one of them, but it's just weird. But I decided I've had these for like 20 years probably. They were still sealed. I opened them up and I played them, and now I watched.
If I knew you were going to show that, I could have dug mine out. I have stuff like Samson versus the Vampire Women and stuff like that.
They're worth watching, but this is the really boring one right here. I wouldn't recommend. The other 2, even without subtitles, they were interesting to watch. I never fell asleep or anything. They were still interesting.
I'm telling you, there's how many there are of those? There's tons of those. And there's
I know.
Santo and the Martian Invasion. That's one of the best ones.
There's so many. But the one was just a black and white crime thriller, and I didn't know what was going on. And Santo was barely in it, to be honest. He would show up every 15 or 20 minutes out of the blue and punch somebody and then run away, and that would be it. And he'd be gone for another 20 minutes.
They called him Samson in the American films, I think, sometimes. Samson.
Yeah, he has a different name in this, I think, too, but I couldn't. Everybody's speaking Spanish, so I don't know. But yeah, there's one woman superhero in one of them who doesn't wear a mask. And the first one I watched is weird. It opens with a wrestling match, okay? And there's
a lot of them do.
There's 6 guys, 3 guys on each team, and they're fighting, one at a time in the ring. And 5 of them have masks on, and 1 doesn't. And I'm like, well, what's up with that? Why does one of these guys not need a mask?
They're very formulaic. I mean, my experience with them was some of them were actually fun, and some of them were boring.
Yeah. Especially without knowing what's going on. One of them was really boring. The other 2 were good. And that's what I watched. I watched a lot of movies this week.
I don't watch wrestling movies because I'm an adult, so I have no choice.
It's
No, you
inside
gotta see. I like bad movies, and I like I'll watch fare that's not. I don't want to watch cartoons, what I call cartoons, and I think Joe does too, that they spend $300 million on. That doesn't
Yeah,
interest me.
which is
You
what the
spend
CG films are.
$75,000 on a movie, and I'll watch it because that's more interesting to me. So
Anyway, thanks Daniel Bean for being here. If you're still watching after that, I hope so. Saw the car when it came out in '77 with several buddies. Ridiculous, but a lot of fun. Yeah, I went to a bunch of buddies to see the car and The Exorcist. I saw Happy Gilmore too. It was pretty good.
Yeah, no interest at all.
yeah, no interest.
Never mind Hogan's Heroes. We got Mayo's Heroes. Yeah, great entertainment. Tim, dollar DVDs, but no theater action.
Yep, that's the way it is.
Library book sales are great for that. CDs and DVDs, 25 cents, hit or miss, but I've had great finds. Both Kill Bills for 50 cents, for example. Several Criterion DVDs. Wow. Hey, speaking of Kill Bill again, which I love, absolutely love, in California, they have The Whole Bloody Affair in the theaters, which,
cool.
which I've never seen, the whole thing together with a little bit extra, not too much, but scenes and stuff. I really wish he would do that, make a New York screening of that too, and I hope eventually Kill Bill: The Whole Bloody Affair comes out, on Blu-ray or something like that.
Sure.
Faye was smoking, and not only was she smoking, she was very attractive. no, yeah, she was.
Faye's smoking a lot in that movie. That's all.
Have you not seen The Towering Inferno? Faye Dunaway was in it, was she?
I don't remember her in that. I have seen it. I don't remember her in that.
I don't know why. Like I said, I love Poseidon Adventure, and I just don't like Towering Inferno. I saw it once, and I was like, I don't know why I'm not thinking this. Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm currently trying to get as many Woody Allen movies on Blu-ray as I can.
Yeah. I did tell you that Kino's putting out Scoop, right?
Yeah. I got the DVD in a pile to sell, but
right.
I don't know when that's coming out. Do you? I don't have to look it up
right now. Well, I'm there right now. August 26th.
Oh, okay. Well, I won't remember, but I'll try. Well, around Jaws
time. I pre-ordered it. So on the 12th, August 12th, I've got Save the Tiger, which is one of my favorite Jack Lemmon movies.
I caught that on TV once at the end. Well, the last half, and I remember thinking it was very good.
Yeah. On the 19th, this movie is terrible, but my girl's in it, and it's Xanadu. So I got that coming.
Yeah. Hey, there's lots of movies I'll watch just for the chick. Doesn't matter to me. That's most of Raquel Welch's movies. Most, I don't know about most, but or Natalie Wood maybe sometimes. I'd love to get a complete Woody Allen collection on Blu-ray, but so many of them are not available. Are hard to get. Well, the one thing's for sure, even if you get them on Blu-ray, even there's not extra features on them. There's no, someday somebody's going to be doing extras and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, you can always get a historian to put a commentary on there. At least, I mean, I don't care. I mean, that's, if anything, I would just love commentaries on those movies.
Yeah, I love commentaries. Yeah. I would love him to do some commentaries, but I know that's asking a lot. He's up there. He's getting close to 90, I think. Yeah. He's not 90. Anyway, I've never seen Looking for Mr. Goodbar. No.
Yeah. Vinegar Syndrome released it.
I saw it on cable when I was probably too young to see it, and probably
the thing about that movie is it had so many popular songs on it that you had a lot of rights issues, copyright issues with the music, so that's why you never saw it on home video for a long time.
Have you even watched Drop Dead Fred? That's with Phoebe Cates. Yeah, she's pretty amazing looking woman. Yeah. I think it was Drop Dead Fred is what I'm thinking of with her. And I did almost get her autograph one time. I had a picture of her, and there she was, uh, coming out of her home and going into a taxi. And I said, hey, "Can I have your autograph?" She goes, "Not right now." She had a good point, and I'm like, again, that's when I want to say, well, give me a schedule, whatever it's convenient for you. You think I get to run across you every minute, every day? I don't. But okay. Another wonderful reaction. Xanadu is good for ELO.
No, I think it hurt him.
The soundtrack.
I think it hurt him. It made him.
I'll tell you.
I don't know about that. Time came out after Xanadu, didn't it?
Yeah, and it didn't do nearly as well. And I think because of Xanadu, it didn't do.
Yeah.
People giving up on him, I think.
But it's still a great album.
Time's my favorite ELO album. But
my favorite Phoebe Cates movie, well, how she looks in it is probably my favorite look for her, and probably my favorite movie with her in it too. And I think of it, is probably Private School, which came out after Fast Times at Ridgemont High. I think that's a fun '80s comedy, zany '80s comedy, which has a lot of good music of the '80s in it. So I love that movie for comedy. Shadows and Fog was a pleasant surprise for me when I saw it. I got that blind buy once on DVD, Woody Allen movie, and it was very good cinematography, atmospheric. It was like a movie.
Yeah, no, I like Shadows and Fog.
Yeah. Well, okay. Next up is going to be me, because I'm figuring I'm saving I just feel like Tom's going to have stuff to talk about that I'm interested in. I don't know why. Besides Death Trap, I think there's other thing.
No, that's it. That's it.
You didn't go to the movies? Did you go to the movie?
Thursday I'll be seeing Naked Gun. I didn't go to. I wanted to see
if you saw Fantastic Four.
No, I didn't. I just said, you know what? I've had it.
Yeah, good for you. Well, look, I don't have much to talk about either with this. Okay. Again, I watched two movies this time that I've seen before. Okay, so it doesn't matter. One of them is a horror movie from 1935, and it's called Werewolf of London. And I always say this because I have to say it. Don't think I mean an American Werewolf in London, because I don't.
Yeah.
But an old 30s movie. The first werewolf film, it's known as the first werewolf talkie film. There was a 1913 werewolf film I never saw, but this is considered the first werewolf movie. Henry Hull is in it, and it doesn't have a good reputation. It's not as good as the Wolfman that Universal later did. It's a Universal first crack they had at doing this. And Warner Oland is in it, Charlie Chan actor, who I actually think is quite good in there. He plays a doctor. He's a doctor that gets he calls it werewolfery in the then later on it became lycanthropy, but they call it werewolfery. And Henry Hull is a botanist who's seizing a plant, the only one of its kind in the world. There's the only known antidote for werewolfery, and he gets bitten by Warner Oland's werewolf, and then he becomes a werewolf. The two of them are kind of trying to get this plant to try to it doesn't completely cure them. It's just an antidote which temporarily relieves the spell of being a werewolf. Some people pick on this movie because, and I guess I can understand in a way, the character by Henry Hull is not a nice guy. He's not a sympathetic guy. That's part of the problem with it. That's one movie. The other movie is a film that I saw a few times in my life. It was on, why? Because it's on Turner, TCM. And I have it on DVD. It's Cape Fear, the 1962 version. First, J. Lee Thompson directed it. It's got Gregory Peck in there as a lawyer who winds up getting messed up with Max Cady is his name, who played by Robert Mitchum.
Yep.
And that, I like it for the actors. Robert Mitchum is really good in it. He's just very imposing. Tom wasn't here when I watched Night of the Hunter recently, I don't think, for that show.
Right.
And I've seen that before too. But yeah, I really like Robert Mitchum in this. He's really intense and everything. And
He is, but I think he was more so in Night of the Hunter.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think
Yeah.
he was. Yeah. Yeah. I think the direction is stronger. In not Charles Lawton directed.
Charles Lawton, yeah, the only film he ever directed. Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to say, and I didn't realize that supposedly the movie Night of the Hunter was not well received.
Right.
And because of that, he had such a horrible experience, and he didn't appreciate his work that he never directed again because of that. He didn't want to deal with it anymore.
Right.
Now it's really considered a classic and so well done and everything. But what it did do, of course, is make me want to revisit a film I saw in the theaters in the 90s, that being the Scorsese remake of Cape Fear with Robert De Niro and with Jessica Lange and Nick Nolte. Now I want to give that another look. And I remember Juliette Lewis being really good. I want to compare them as it's fresh in my mind. Now, I saw this, I don't know, a night or two ago. I saw Cape Fear. And I thought, next time I make an order, I got to remember to order this one. I made an order early this morning, for some stuff from Amazon. Did I remember Cape Fear? No, I didn't remember it at all. So I hate making separate orders when you could maybe get together, save shipping, maybe stuff. But anyway, so I like Cape Fear, the original one. I think J. Lee Thompson does a pretty good job with it. But I don't know. There's something about it. Again, it's one of those movies that I watch and I think, wow, this really must have been something in 1962.
Right.
It's not quite as over the top anymore. There's some pretty unpleasant things in it, And it was go ahead.
About as far as you could go in 1962. I think they pushed the end about as far as they could.
Yeah, I agree with you. And Ben Mankiewicz was talking about how Gregory Peck was put down. People were really looking down at him for being in such a project like that at the time. Like, why would he be
Yeah, because it's more of a B film than anything. I think. I mean, I don't really consider it
they were talking about the subject matter, something like violent or gruesome.
Yeah. You couldn't make an A film with that subject matter in 1962.
Right. Well, I'll tell you about the movie An American Werewolf in London. I saw it in the movie theater in 1981, and I did hate it. I hated that thing. The only thing I liked about it was the special effects turning into the werewolf were great. But I just didn't like it because it was tongue-in-cheek, and it was stupid, and it was, I don't know, he keeps getting visited by his friend that was like, every time his friend visited him, his corpse was more and more
more decomposed.
Decomposed, and it was I'm like, this is not. What are you going to do tongue in cheek with it, But anyway, many years I stayed away from it, and then one year with knowing what I was in for, more recent times, I watched it one more time, and I didn't hate it as much. Let's put it that way. I thought it was better because I looked at it. I went in the spirit which it was intended. But yeah, and Gremlins. I've never seen Gremlins.
Really?
Yeah. Oliver, you gotta be sharp. I'm fast, guys. I'm fast. Match Point was a movie that I loved when I first saw it. Woody Allen movie, and I saw it a second time. Showed it to my girlfriend, and I didn't think it didn't knock me out as much as the first time. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I knew what was going to happen. I know something.
The best of the three with Scarlett Johansson, I think, is Vicky Cristina Barcelona.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, guys. So I'm just rushing too fast. Jerry Carter says my dad's favorite film was the early 70s, Day of the Jackal. Who's it? Is that? That's not another. I'm thinking of Day of the Dolphin. I'm thinking of George C. Scott. No. Same thing happened with Henry Fonda when he produced 12 Angry Men. It didn't do well at the time, and he never produced anything again. A classic now.
Yeah. Well, here you got a white man sticking up for a minority.
You think that was all? It was all political. You think back then?
I think so.
These days, I watch it. It's a great movie, man. It's a great movie.
Love it.
but I think an innocent man went free on technical, just because I believe a lot of times a guilty man. I say innocent, a guilty man went free.
Yeah.
The reason is because I just think that you have to have reasonable doubt. You really do. I mean, you have to get a reasonable doubt. But the thing is, if he's going to be guilty in anything, that's imperative that you do that in the court system. However, I'm beginning to think like when I watched that movie too, you could find him guilty about anything. Maybe the guy lied on the stand. Maybe he just wanted to feel important. Maybe this. Maybe and that's what some of the characters say that. Oh, sure, when you want him to be true, is he wants him to be. And it's like
some people had a ball game to go to,
Oh, well, that guy. See, that's another thing. I could talk up a whole show about that movie. The guy that had the ball game to go to, right?
Yeah.
He made him guilty, right? Then later on, as people were starting to come over to not guilty, he wanted to get out of there, so he changed his vote to not guilty.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So but yet Henry Fonda accepted that. Because he wanted that.
Then I think he also switched back to guilty. I think he also switched back to guilty too.
No. In the movie, everybody goes not guilty.
I understand that, but before he went free, I think he switched twice.
I don't think so.
Correct. Somebody did.
I know that pretty good. And what I was saying is like, well, if he's so like, if do-gooder Henry Fonda is so wanting the right thing to come out of this.
Right.
It seems like he wants him innocent, not guilty, no matter what, because he should have said, well, it's a hung jury, because this guy obviously is just voting not guilty because he wants to go to the ball game. We can't accept that. You got to really, but no, he'll take it. That things like that. But it's such a great movie. That doesn't change anything.
Right.
It's
Love
a
it.
great movie. Jack Warden.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's fine. But I don't think I knew it was her, really.
Well, speaking of Sidney Lumet, I did not realize that he directed Death Trap.
Oh, okay.
So that was like a pleasant surprise.
So we're going to talk about your movies now, starting with that one? Oh,
well,
it's only one you saw.
I did watch Cleopatra, and I talked about that for a second. But since you were the one, you suggested this to me. I mean, let's just talk about this for a minute. I mean, I liked how the film was presented, and I kind of didn't guess the ending right. Because then when at the ending they're on the play, and what I thought is that they were all acting it out on during the film, and then then you see the play, and then they were all going to stand up and there. But I didn't realize the twist happened where where it's the other individual is the writer now.
Yeah.
So but I really enjoyed it. I mean, so the one part, the kiss in the movie, they did show it in the that Superman documentary. From seeing a documentary, say on Chris Reeve, Right.
Explain better what I mean, because and the two of them are kissing, so oh geez, the whole time these two were actually together and on this, and they were in love. It ruins the movie in the sense that I thought you might that already. And the movie is at the beginning. You had no idea. You're supposed to have no idea that Michael Caine and Christopher Reeve even know each other. You're not supposed to know that,
right? And that part went off well. The one thing that I think the only thing I issue of is just when the one person dies, I'm not going to say who for people that haven't seen it yet. I mean, it's just make it more. But when they say how much this person was worth or whatnot, it just didn't seem worth it. You know what I mean? I would have felt that they could have built that up a little bit more. Well, this person was worth more than what she ended up eventually being worth. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to remember. Oh, I know what you're tweeting. Now I know, of course.
Yeah. The wife,
of course. Yeah, well, this is the kind of movie you want to talk about. I want to talk about it, but of course, if we do, it's hard because that's the whole thing. I told you I went into this movie with a girlfriend at the time. I'm going to tell for people who aren't here, and we're walking around. We wanted to see a movie. One night we see the marquee says 8:00 sneak preview. Michael Caine, Christopher Reeve. no title, no plot, no nothing. I said, all right, let's. I like Michael Caine and Christopher Reeve. I just saw Michael Caine at well, it was a couple of years before that in Dress to Kill. I'm like, yeah, let's see this. And then it was this Who Done It, and the Rubik's Cube is on the box because it's just when you think something's going to happen, it twists and then something else twists, and you never know who's involved with who, and what's going on. That's why I was saying again to beat a dead horse that when Tom said that, I thought, oh, the movie's ruined because he knows that the two of these guys are in cahoots, and you're supposed
but they didn't put it in context though. So and they just talked about that particular kiss, and then and that point of his career, and in that decade where it's just starting with the whole AIDS thing is just starting, and it was a more serious issue, I guess, than what it is now.
I remember hearing about AIDS the first time in '83. In '82, I don't remember hearing anything about it. That's how I remember it, but I don't know officially unless I look it up when it's.
No, it was around. Elton John wrote the first song about AIDS in 78 or 79.
What? Come on.
Yeah, no. It's an instrumental, but it's called "Song for Guy." Guy was the first person to die of AIDS.
It might not have been called that.
Well, what do you think overall? I mean,
no, overall, I really enjoyed it. I mean, I'll definitely watch this again. I'll watch this a couple more times probably. But yeah, that's the thing. I mean, it just kept you guys. Every time I thought that I had this movie pegged, it kept me. It proved me wrong, and it just kept on going and going. It's like, okay, this is going to happen. No, and then it went the opposite way.
Yeah, that's what I like about it. Because I never knew. I never knew.
I like how it presented itself. In a way, I felt like. This is the movie is the play. You're just seeing it in movie form. You know what I mean? And then at the end of the movie, it ends in the play. And I'm going, okay, I liked that. But then the person that now is responsible for writing the film, that's the part that I totally did not see coming.
Yeah. And he's pretty funny in there. Like, there's a lot of scenes I remember funny with Michael Caine is funny even. I think
he's fantastic. I mean, he's a comedic. A really good comedian. He can be, or I should say, he can be a good comedic actor.
Every time I walk into this house, you scream.
And then the dialogue between him and Diane Cannon. Sorry. When Christopher Reeves comes into the picture, I mean, I thought that was really done really well. And again, you're not expecting, her character to. You're not expecting them to kill off the character either. So, like you said,
Yeah.
Well, so it's a pretty good whodunit. It's a really good whodunit.
Yeah, I'm so happy. Like I said, the reason I like because I've seen many movies in my life, but there's certain theatrical experiences that really were highlights, and that was one of them because of the circumstances that I said. This complete blind thing, So. Let's see. I had a great surprise ending. Not seen that coming.
Yep.
I only saw Death Trap once, but I remember it was really interesting and well made and well acted. One of the best film noirs out of the past. With Robert Mitchum.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I agree.
What's interesting too is I had forgotten, but they said at the end of the '62 version on TCM that I forgot that. Robert Mitchum is in the remake as a good guy.
Yeah.
A good lawyer, right? And you have Gregory Peck is not a good guy.
Right. He's kind of like a bad judge in a way.
Yeah. All right. Sleuth is like a stage play.
Yeah.
Yeah. Saw Death Trap, and Andy saw it going in blind. It's a good movie. I think that's the best way to do it. Really, some movies it works for you if you see it the right way at the right time. Yeah, how about those Thin Man movies? Yeah, how about?
And and I don't know. That was like the first mainstream film to feature a male kiss in it or not, but
I think there was one called I think it was called Making Love.
And then there's Sunday Bloody Sunday and as well, but that's a British production.
There was one right around that time in '82. I think it was called Making Love. I'm not sure. I think that was it.
Mm.
It might have been '82 or '81 even.
Mm.
It depends on the movie for me. Who I would pick out of the two of them. I don't know. You know, Cagney. Depends on the movie.
I mean, yeah, you might want to give the edge to Cagney, but Robinson's in a lot of good movies.
Yeah. I can't decide either. I mean,
Yeah,
they could both play. They're both stereotyped, but they could both play way different parts than they're stereotyped for. So it's hard.
Okay, met a fellow on Friday night. I think over there they worked with Frank. I can't really say that name. Australian character actor was the Roman Emperor in Ben-Hur. I think was good friends with Olivier and Vivian Lee. Oh, good.
Okay.
Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good.
Can't go wrong with Ben-Hur.
Sure. You think for me? I'm getting a little tired of it. But
yeah, but still, I mean, it's a fantastic movie.
Yeah, Thin Man movies combine crime, detection, suspense, and humor. Yep. So I've heard. What am I going to dig out of that?
I absolutely.
Everyone is a banger. Everyone is a banger. And then you got some good. You got good cameo. I mean, you got Jimmy Stewart in the second one. You got Gloria Graham in one of them. You got Shemp in one of them.
Yeah.
A lot of good character actors in the Thin Man movies.
Went to watch The Searchers. The Searchers? What do you mean? I'm a little mixed up. What do you mean, Phil? Oh, the big screen. Yeah, it's always great to see an old movie that you've never seen on a big screen before. Of course, I didn't love The Searchers, but then again,
it's my favorite Western, and I saw it on a big screen. It might have even been in 70 millimeter when I saw it. It was restored, I think. It was brilliant, huge screen.
That's where to see it, especially when you're like in the cabin and the door opens and then you just go, and you got Monument Valley.
I was blown away by The Search. I saw 5 movies that day. They were doing a series at the Uptown in Washington D.C. where they actually have film premieres at the Uptown, nice theater, and they just redone it. And they got a 70 millimeter projector and a screen that actually curved. It was, I don't know how big it was, but it was huge. And I saw in one day Dial M for Murder, A Streetcar Named Desire, The Searchers, Rebel Without a Cause, and there was one more movie. 5 movies in one day. And it was like $18 or something back then. It was cheap. And of all the movies I saw, The Searchers had the biggest. Oh, Vertigo. Vertigo was the fifth.
Wow. Yeah, I got to see imagine me sitting through both of those that I didn't like.
I got to see
Vertigo. I'd seen Vertigo, and I didn't like it either till I saw it on a big screen. And that was restored.
Yeah.
In fact, when that got restored, they had its world premiere was at that theater like a year before I saw it there at the Uptown in DC. It was a big deal.
It was beautiful. It was a great screening. Loved it.
Yep.
Long story, but saw Breakfast Club going in blind on a sneak preview. Had no idea what I was walking in to see. Lies and
Douglas, do you mean Cries and Whispers, the Ingmar Bergman film?
There you go. Yeah. Oh, this is easy. Al Pacino.
Come on. I think he's just doing it to get a.
No. Al Pacino's definitely my favorite.
De Niro all the way. Come on. What are we talking about? He knows this too. He knows this.
Who knows what? For me,
he knows the answer for both of us. Crying out loud, he knows.
Oh, that's why he's asking.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah, it sounds great.
Yeah, you have fun with those.
I saw yeah, I think I saw this 5-star final once, but I don't remember it. And another one, the whole town is talking. Another one I saw
Yeah,
with him. I remember liking that.
He's in so many
he's a
just
tough.
great films. And
He's a
like I
tough guy
said, he
for a
did,
little guy.
yeah, but he didn't always play a tough guy. And sometimes those are his better films, like The Woman in the
Right.
Window, and God, I'm trying to think of what is there's something about Tales. It's this 4-part movie made in like 39 or something like that. I can't remember the name. It's something about Tales, and there's 4 segments, and he's in one of them, and it's all about this tuxedo that gets made for somebody, and then it winds up at a thrift store, and somebody else buys it, and it's 4 different tales of this tuxedo, and he's in like the last one, and it's heartbreaking the one he's in.
Hmm.
I can't remember what it's called. AMC used to show it a lot. That's where I saw it.
I can't remember if I said hello to Kimber yet. See, somebody.
Hello, Kimbo.
No,
Hello,
Kimba,
buddy.
I didn't either. Hello, Kimba.
And no, it's Lies and Whispers,
Oh
2008.
no, I
No,
haven't
I
seen
don't
that
know.
one.
Tales of Manhattan. That's what the movie's called.
Charles
Tales
Lawton
being
was in.
like tuxedo, Tails. Tales of Manhattan.
Charles Lawton
What?
was in one of them anyway.
Yeah. I mean, which version are you talking about? You talking about that one, the Brando one, or the Mel Gibson one? Well,
Well,
it
I'm
wouldn't be
sure.
the Mel Gibson one.
Yeah,
He
but
would
you're
be dead
obviously isn't
already.
in the Mel Gibson one.
Yeah,
Pretty sure of that.
we dug him up for one more role.
Yeah, I've heard about this with the Wizard of Oz on a football field size screen. Yeah. Yeah, I heard about that. Mikey Arugula told me about this. I said, I don't care, bud, but thank you. Then he sent me a link anyway about it. Uh, you know, yeah, well, it's a great classic that I haven't seen. So what do you expect?
Another great movie that made John Wayne a star, and he wasn't the
Right.
star of the movie, but he kind of
No,
stole the movie. Um,
but it's great. It's great.
yeah, yeah.
I'll see it for John Carradine. I think he's in it.
And Thomas Mitchum, who's great in nobody ever talks about Thomas Mitchum. Great in everything he ever did. I think he's just a fantastic actor.
There you go. It says he wasn't in any Mutiny on the Bounty movie.
Oh.
These silly freaking questions, Beatletti. Will you give me a break with this? Abbott and Costello or Laurel and Hardy probably had these many, many times. I'll tell you this: I'm going to go with Laurel and Hardy overall, but it depends on how I'm feeling at the time and what movies it is.
I think if you take little bitty segments, Abbott and Costello could be funnier than Laurel and Hardy. But if you take them as a whole, Laurel and Hardy easy.
I think they're the funniest of all the comedians. I like Hatari and Blood Alley. John Wayne.
Oh no, I'm not. I was thinking of another movie that I'm like, no, but I was just thinking of Gunga Din. John Wayne playing not Gunga Din. What Genghis Khan. Oh my
Genghis
God,
Khan and
John
Gunga
Wayne
Din.
as Genghis Khan is not good casting. Horrible.
Maryland, for sure.
Maryland.
Uh, Maryland, maybe. What do you think of the Inner Sanctum with Lon Chaney? Inner Sanctum Mysteries are 6 films by Universal that are mysteries, and Lon Chaney's in all of them. He plays a brooding intellectual in all of them, kind of against type. Anyway, I think they're entertaining for the people that are into that kind of thing. Like I like Lon Chaney and I like Universal. I don't think they're much for any. Most people wouldn't give a damn about them. I don't think they're only like an hour long each. They're pretty short, and some of them are better than others. Out of the 6, and I like seeing Lon Chaney in that role, though. An acting vehicle for him to do something other than monster stuff. Oh, David, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You're always helping me out. Appreciate it. Anybody
What
else
a
want to
slow
help?
guy. What a slow guy. Over.
Rio Bravo, favorite John Wayne film.
That is my favorite John Wayne film. However, Red River would be like 1B.
Hey, maybe I was going to say I don't have one, but maybe it's the Man Who Shot Liberty Valance, maybe.
Which is probably my top 10 as well.
My answer for this is the Wolfman. With Lon Chaney. We just talked about Lon Chaney Jr. That's my favorite werewolf movie.
What do you have I ever asked you? I mean, or if you ever asked, what do you think about the Howling series?
I haven't seen them all, but I remember. Well, the first Howling is all right. It's all right. But I don't generally like them too much. But the first one I can get, but that's also tongue in cheek. But it has a lot of nods in it to classic horror stuff. So it's like a homage in a lot of ways. The other ones get really stupid as they go on. I know Christopher Lee was in one of them. I don't know. I think Howling 2, maybe. One of them is My Sister is Howling something. My Sister is a Werewolf or something. I'm like, it's like jokes, It's like.
Right.
But when I said that this is what's, when you said my favorite werewolf movie, I say The Wolfman because it's the most classic and all that. But I got to say, I like the sequel, Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman, because I think even though it has a silly comic book title, it's the werewolf footage. It's good because it has good transformation scenes and probably the best of the series. And Lon Chaney's performance is really good in that one. Very sympathetic in the second one. It's like Wolfman 2. Sorry, I do that all the time when it's lit up. When it's lit up, I can't help but be attracted to it. Oh, True Grit, yeah, which is,
Yeah.
Are you serious? Teen Wolf is the best werewolf movie?
Yeah, you don't need to see Teen Wolf 2. That's terrible.
Well, come on, Joe. You loved Werewolf in Washington. Admit it.
Oh, that sucked. I do like I Was a Teenage Werewolf. That's one of my favorite ones. Werewolf movies. I'm trying to think if there were any werewolf movies in later years that I actually liked. I remember seeing Wolf.
Yeah, Jack
Nicholson. I don't remember that making an impression on me. Silver Bullet. I'm trying to remember if any of them really.
You didn't see the werewolf movie that came out earlier this year.
No,
right?
That was also called Wolfman or something. No.
Yeah, Wolfman. Yeah, I thought it was okay. It wasn't. The transformation was okay, but they didn't. He didn't transform enough for me.
Yeah, and I don't like the one. I like Wolfmen too. I don't like when they turn into a full, like, four-legged werewolf or this thing that it looks like I like a guy with clothes on, shirt and pants. It's a Wolfman. You know what I mean? That's what I grew up with. Oh, sure there are. Are you kidding? Yeah, sure there are. I wish I could remember the names of the movies, but I know there are. Shoot. I tried watching the beginning of this the other day. It was on TCM. McHugh. Was it McHugh? No, Brannigan also. Brannigan is another one.
Yeah.
Might have been Brannigan, not McHugh.
I watched McHugh within the last couple of years, but I don't really remember it. Watched Brannigan too. That one I remember more than McHugh.
Oh, well. What's tonight? Anything special after this, Tom, tonight?
Yeah, Dog Soldiers. That was a pretty good werewolf movie. I don't know if you've seen that one.
No. I like his other one, just simply called The Werewolf from 1956. Right. It's a 50s werewolf movie where they started using like science and atomic things as to why he turned into a werewolf.
Yeah, I'm gonna 9:00 every Monday. I've been watching the new episode is every Monday, and it's a show on YouTube called Kill Tony, which is from that comedian Tony Hinchcliffe.
Okay.
And it's a show. It's a comedy show for comedians, and they get up, and then he gives each. He pulls a name out of the bucket, and he gives them like a 60 seconds of uninterrupted chance to do their act. And some really drop the ball, and some are actually kind of pretty good. And then after that 60 seconds, then him and his guests ask them questions and stuff like that, and it's pretty funny.
Well, when you watch this thing, do you have your bowl of ice cream then?
Generally, but I've got pistachios tonight, so I won't be having ice cream tonight.
I could see why the whole town would fall in love with Angie Dickinson, actually.
Yeah, I haven't seen that movie.
Have you seen the Paul and Linda at an award ceremony? Yes, I saw that a long time ago. Yeah. John Wayne. Yeah. Well, let it be. How about Brubaker? Isn't that what's his name?
That's Robert Redford.
Robert Redford, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good movie. That's a prison movie. It's a good movie.
Now, far and away for me, the only one is Frederick March. It's still powerful today. It's got some risque scenes in it, some pre-code stuff that was restored in there. It's still scary to me. One of the 1930s films that's still potent, I think. I don't like the Spencer Tracy one,
I like the original John Barrymore too. I don't know, they're both really good. John Barrymore did it great too, though.
Well, you're not supposed to. What am I going to tell all you people? You're not supposed to eat this garbage. It takes to get through you, especially guys that are older. What the heck are you thinking? Now, Paul is playing Angela Lansbury in the new Angela Lansbury movie, The Story of My Life.
Son of a bitch.
He's only going to be. You know how they had like Love and Mercy when they had. Who was it? God, I can't think fast enough. Who played him the second half in Love and Mercy? Oh, John Cusack played Brian Wilson in the second. Well, Paul's playing Angela Lansbury, the older one, the way she looks as an elderly person now. Yeah, yes, I hear you. Yeah, Dr. Jekyll and Sister Hyde is despite the silly title, it is actually a serious movie, and it's Hammer Films. Martine Beswick plays the female. That's a good one. Back then, the idea that somebody could turn from a man into a woman, by a potion was pretty risque then. Or it wasn't done all the time, but there was a big deal. I also liked in the comedy that's supposed to be a comedy, Dr. Jekyll and Ms. Hyde, because it turns into Sean Young, who's like really hot in that movie. So, oh man,
Cherry, nice Cherry, nice.
I'd have to watch Magical Mystery Tour if I was going to watch one of them. One it's shorter, but no, seriously.
Yeah, because people like Spielberg has come out and said that was a big influence it has right now.
Yeah, Martine Beswick, she's the one that's in From Russia with Love, and she gets into the fight. What a freaking show this is. 54 and 79. Got to remember that. I'll remember them. I'm going to write them down anyway because I may not. This is stupid for saying this. You know why?
Because no one's perfect, Joe. That's why.
Because things are happening to me more as I'm getting older. Okay? It's happening a lot. What can I tell you? Yeah, I know that. Crude or KRWD or whatever. The guy,
Hey, listen,
yeah.
I'll be honest with you, and I'm very secure in my masculinity, but I did buy a copy because there was a Paul McCartney interview.
Oh, that's right. He would do that.
Yeah. I mean, obviously he didn't pose in any pictures, but there's an interview.
Oh, are you disappointed?
Yeah. Yes, I was, Joe.
Richard James, you're very late because I'm ready to stop the show because it's getting late and it's almost 90 minutes. Tom's got to have his ice cream too. So, yeah. Well, everybody, this has been a blast.
This was great. This was a good one.
Yeah, aren't they all?
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah. They asked me to pose, last year, but I said that's all right.
Yeah.
They're going to include a magnifying glass. Just trying to have fun.
Now, that's what's called having a sense of humor, Joe.
Of course I got a sense of humor. What are you talking about? I deal with Danny, don't I? All right. So thank you all for being here. This has been a lot of fun and games. Really do appreciate everybody watching. Yeah. And we'll do it again next week, I hope, and to see what movies we watch or.
Yeah, going to the theater to see Naked Gun. So hopefully, Joe, you'll go this weekend to see the Naked Gun.
Oh, it's at the top of my list.
Yeah.
Not really.
Hope so.
But I wouldn't mind seeing it, I think,
Severn is releasing one of my least favorite Robert De Niro movies of all time, and I will be buying it. And I hopefully when I get it, I'll be showing it.
You're not going to tell us what it is. You're going to leave it for a surprise.
Yeah, I'm going to leave it for a surprise. Yeah.
Whoa! What a surprise.
Yeah.
Okay, gang. See you soon at the next CineMayo movie chat. Thanks all.